Hey everybody, it's Shannon from alphatrends.net. Today's Friday, the 6th of December, 2019. If you looked at these numbers for the week, you would think it was a pretty quiet week outside of oil, which was up 6%. But we actually saw pretty good volatility this week, leaving the S&P 500 little change, NASDAQ down a little bit. Russell 2000 bounced nicely from support. So let's take a look here. We had that plunge here Monday into Tuesday, or what seemed like a plunge. I mean, it's just a pullback, and the good news is we're so far, we maintain above this big breakout level that we have some cushion underneath us. Now, I think that this week's low for these markets is going to be important, and in fact, even Wednesday's low is going to be the important level because that's where we kind of buyers regain the strength. What I have on here, this 15-minute time frame, is the 5-day moving average. I was cautious earlier in the week as it was starting to decline, but because the longer term trend was up, was not bearish about it. So what we saw happen was the week to date, or what's going to turn into now the month to date volume weighted average price, we saw weakness that then turned to support. Now that volume weighted average price is approximately with the 5-day moving average, which makes sense, and the S&P 500 is knocking at new all-time highs here. So very strong performance for the S&P 500. That which doesn't kill it makes it stronger, and by the dip, people win once again. The NASDAQ got down to what was an important volume weighted average price level. That was the volume weighted average price from November. We got down through that and then recovered it. So over to the 15-minute time frame, kind of the same story here in terms of the week to date, which now turns into our month to date volume weighted average price. We'll continue to give the benefit of the doubt to the buyers as long as we're above a rising 5-day moving average in that volume weighted average price. The Russell 2000 actually kind of got scary. It seemed like this had the possibility of being a failed break higher as it pulled back so sharp here, and Wednesday bottomed out into this prior band of resistance. The good news was it wasn't enough to turn it bearish, only cautious. The intermediate term trend, we did get below that 5-day moving average, but now of course we're back above that, and looks like we're still heading for 165 plus in the Russell 2000. Semiconductors had that quick plunge as well and very rapidly gained everything back there. So this 130 and a half-ish area is our key level. As long as we remain above that, again, we're innocent till proven guilty. Don't try to get cute and trade the short side. Biotechs had a good week here. They, kind of underwent a little bit of consolidation, but still maintained the relative strength that they've had recently. Let's look at a 65-minute time frame, and again, you can see that 5-day moving average continues to rise in through here. So buyers remain in control of the biotechs. Perhaps they're headed for the highs from 2018. The financials are got up through the highs of 2018. That prior peak was $30.33 right over here. So we went through that, and now looking to a monthly time frame, the all-time highs are what's next up in terms of where we'll be looking for this market to move up towards. That's right now, what is the price of this? I'm having a hard time focusing on 30.79, it looks like. So, maybe we get a push up through 30.79 and then begin to pull back. But, clearly you don't want to fight this kind of momentum. We came back down to support and buyers emerged once again. So it looks like we're just going to be strong into the year end. Now, there's a little bit of confusion about this gold. I've been talking about gold, and if you follow me for a while, you know that I really don't trade gold much. I just found it interesting that the volume weighted average price from the May low has been support in gold, and it's also a 38.2% retracement. To me, that tells me this is a very important level in terms of if it breaks back below here, I think you're likely to see a move down towards the 200-day moving average. But, because we're holding above there, I don't think we're bullish. I think that we're consolidating. We've got a lot of price history above us. So, we're kind of building energy between these two volume weighted average price levels. And this is what I think an analyst would call a hold. If you're long, and you continue to hold through here, but if it breaks down through that 136-ish level, look out for further potential downside. A lot of good stocks setting up. I don't need to bore you with details of all the winners we've had at Alpha Trends or any of that. If you're a subscriber, thanks for subscribing. If not, feel free to take a look anytime. I look at these markets. We have interactive webinars where you get to ask the questions and have stocks answered in real time. That's at alphatrends.net. Thanks for your time and have a good weekend.